So, what's it like to live in Ukraine? Well, it's interesting. It's definitely a very, very well organized community of people. Now, I know that there's war going on, which is more east part of Ukraine and more south in different locations. This war has been going on since 2014, and it's kind of given Ukraine a very, eerie type of, I guess, acknowledgement. So, if war is something that you aren't used to, then I think that you should definitely do more research into the country before you, start making a judgment on a country that the only thing you might know of about it is war. Um, this country has been around a very, very, very long time. I've actually been to different cities in Ukraine where I've been in the midst of, castles that are 1,000 years old. So the food here is uh, incredible. Everything I've had so far is incredible. They obviously have a big seafood thing in Ukraine because there's a huge body of water of the south of the country. So it's really cool when you can get sushi from Ukraine because I'm so used to like sushi in the States, and I feel like the sushi is it's okay. It's very commercial. Now, don't get me wrong. You got a couple places in New York City where you can get like fine wine and dine sushi. Okay, it tastes unbelievable. But here, you can get sushi from like a random pizza place, and it still tastes amazing. I'm not kidding. And they actually have cream cheese filled uh, sushi. So if you're into cream cheese, you might want to come to Ukraine for their cream cheese sushi. It's regular. It's like it's irregular to just get sushi without the cream cheese in it. I don't know. It's strange. I'm currently in Klemenitsky. I don't even think I'm saying that right, which is why I don't like saying it because I feel like it's kind of disrespectful when you don't say a place right. It's Klemenitsky. I think that's the way it's said. But again, every day I practice with this, and through learning, where I live, I'm also learning hello, goodbye, thank you, appreciate it, okay, different words too. So that is what's really great about moving to another country. If you don't know the language, the you're never not learning. Like I'm in an environment where when people are speaking, my mind is still moving 100 miles per hour because I'm trying to, find and pick words that is what's really great about moving to another country. If you don't know the language, the you're never not learning. Like I'm in an environment where when people are speaking, my mind is still moving 100 miles per hour because I'm trying to, find and pick words that I already know. And through that I can use my facial expression to identify whether I understand or don't understand, things like that. You don't want to just come to a new country and just kind of sit there and just like not be a part of what's going on and just like be on your phone or like staring into space. You really, really want to like be attentive because believe it or not, even though you don't understand what someone's saying, you will, without a doubt, you will be able to still communicate because people make expressions when they speak, and you can ask questions. So if someone says something and you hear a word that was familiar, you can say, well, what were you talking about? Because I just heard this word and you said this word, and that person could maybe speak to you in English about what they just said, and now you have a conversation. As far as living in Ukraine, money is interesting. So I'm living off of American currency, but I transfer that currency into UHA, which obviously gives me a greater percentage on my dollar because I believe 28 yuha is equivalent to about $1. So if you have like, you know, $100, you know, you can actually get through the whole week. I mean, living, eating, even again a week, living, eating, and even you know, a couple taxi rides. And when I say living, I'm saying like, you know, living, staying at a hotels. Hotels are like $13 a night here. Okay, so, and I'm talking about a really nice hotel. Like you can get a hostel for like $6-7 a night, which isn't bad at all. But you know, it's probably got about 4 to 5 different beds in there. So, and the bathroom obviously isn't yours. So you know, you might want to be aware of that when you travel to a different country. About, you know, the different living situations or different living arrangements that you can make before you move. I am very blessed. I'm actually here with my girlfriend, and we live in a beautiful city here, and you know, we're right in the middle of the center city, so it's like the Times Square of New York, which is where I live. So, transportation, guys, driving isn't the best thing here. It's a really, really tough thing to do here, considering the roads condition. Now, I can do a separate video about the roads, and I can actually have a friend of mine, you know, kind of walk you guys through the different roads and, you know, how the roads affect the entire lifestyle of Ukraine. I mean, you know, there's a lot of potholes here. It's impossible for a person who is handicapped, as far as their legs are concerned, to move around in Ukraine, at least where I live. I mean, Kyiv is a little bit better. Kyiv actually does have road that is pretty you know, Kyiv does have roads that are pretty Kyiv does have roads that are a lot better than here, as far as driving and even getting around. But if you plan on moving to Khmelnytsky, you know, I don't think you'll enjoy your time here, because it's just impossible. I mean, there's sidewalks, but the sidewalks are all broken up too, you know? So it'd be really difficult to move around. If you have ever, like, you know, if you were handicapped in the leg area, it would be very difficult. Now, if you're deaf or blind, they actually have signals at every crosswalk, so you would never feel like, you know, you wouldn't be able to, you know, move or, you know, get to a place, get from one place to another because you have some type of, you know, hearing problem or some type of seeing issue. You know, this city is pretty modern and up to date for, you know, people who need that type of access. What else? People here are great, at least where I've been. I was only in one situation, didn't get physical. It was getting to that point, but my friend was actually able to kind of disarm the situation, which was good. But it was interesting because when I asked my friend what exactly had occurred, there was an older gentleman, very older, maybe in his like 50s, 60s, very, very drunk. He was coming up to me asking me questions about the Civil War, which is interesting because that was his way of basically pushing my buttons as a foreigner. So when he asked me about the Civil War, it kind of struck me because it's like, how did he know I was American? So I don't know, it was very strange, that situation. I didn't really get the full story because it was kind of like, you know, let's just move, Titus, just go, and we'll handle this, you just go. But as I was looking on, you know, I realized that it's gonna be that out here, you know what I mean? And if I didn't have friends, you know, I would have tried to understand what he was saying. You know, for all I know, he's asking me for directions or asking me where I'm from or why I'm here, you know, questions like that. But he was definitely angry and, you know, wanted some beef. But it was a good situation because I was able to learn, and nothing obviously bad happened. My friend obviously just talked him away, and we went up, played some video games. It was whatever. So I hope you guys take a lot from this video about what it's like to live in Ukraine, because it definitely needs to, this, like, the word needs to get out, guys. Like, Ukraine is very, very cool. It's very cool. It's every single day, like, I wake up and I look outside, and I'm able to, like, just see life, in a different country. Is very interesting, considering all the conversations are not in my language. All the interactions that I see are, not a part of the culture I'm used to. So I'm getting, like, new stuff every single day, and it's a blessing. It really is. So guys, I hope you like this video. If you like the video, just press the like button, and obviously subscribe to the channel, guys, because I'm going to be posting a lot more videos on this channel here on the Affiliate Traveler channel. Also follow my Facebook, Instagram, and my Twitter account. I just set that up, so all those links will be in the description below. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you soon. Peace.